Good afternoon, Mr. Miller. How are you today?
I'm doing all right, Miss Carlson. Thank you for asking. I just have some stuff that I'd like to go over with you today. I'm having a lot of problems with how I'm spending my time. Um, Most of my time is spent juggling my kids around and trying to get to work.
Right.
Um, and with that, it's to not make much money, not even enough to pay for to support my children.
Exactly. So are you making it to each of your meetings that are mandated for you,
I try, but
weekly
I have
ones?
two meetings a week that I have to go to that I feel like that time could be much better used.
Right. And are you still currently a cook? Um,
Yes, but my hours, I don't have any set hours, so it's
okay.
just I have to kind of be available whenever, which obviously having two kids does not make that easy.
So we're going to talk about some alternative options.
What do you got?
Are you interested in doing any technical schooling or going back to school for a different type of career that offers more stability for you?
I'm sure you're aware of my background and where I've
Right.
come
Your
from.
family background,
It's
yes.
very stressful to even think about going to school just because I never really went through school. I don't know a lot. Yeah, I know how to cook. That's what
Right.
I'm doing right now.
Well, you graduated high school, I can see, and so there are financial aid programs that can assist financially, for the money side. And kids, I know the roommate watches the kids sometimes, but
That
when
roommate, I think that roommate's stealing from me on top of all of it.
well, that's
And
not good, and that's
but
not a
what else do I do? That's
right.
the only option that I have right now.
Well, we can get you set up to apply for a child assistance, like a daycare Head Start program. There's sometimes a wait list, but if we get you started, the sooner we get you on there, and that can get rolling for you. If that would be an option, and that can apply later on, even. And when you were able to get a career, you can benefit from that. Uh, I think it's Working Connections Childcare. That is a good program that has, while uh, a parent is working, they are able to have their children enrolled in a daycare facility. So,
So as long as I'm employed,
mhm, yep. And,
would that be also available for when I'm going to my schooling as well?
there is programs that we can do for school.
That's a
If you,
separate program.
yep, if you want to do at school, we can talk about what times you would want to do that if you want to keep working to receive your state assistance. Um, we can talk about if you want to do night program or if you need to do a different type of career or a different type of job to get the assistance still. Um, uh, how
I just don't know if I'm going to be able to make all that work. It sounds great, but when I try and manage my time, I don't know how well I'm going to be able to do that because I have to take every hour that I get at work in order to make ends meet right now.
Yeah, I understand that. I know that's very difficult to have, two almost teenagers being juggled around with all that. Um, what, um, what would you be concerned about if we did talk about actually going to school?
It's just going to be stressful to manage my time. I mean, that's my main thing. I just have to make sure that these programs that you're talking about are going to work for me.
Right.
Um,
And, I can help, and, I can be there to ease your mind or any worries along the way if you're stressed out, and you just can give me a call and we can talk about it. We can talk about what's working, and if you need something to change, we can figure out if we need to scale you back on meetings or,
That might help because I mean, between meetings and work right now, I mean, I only get limited time with my children.
right.
And I mean, that is my main priority to,
How are they doing right now?
I mean, they're doing okay, it's just our life isn't the greatest, obviously. We struggle to
Well,
make
you're
ends
doing the
meet.
best you can. You're obviously trying, and you obviously show that you want to better your life. You're interested in some type of change, and that's why
Growing
we're
up the way
here.
that I did, obviously, I don't want that for my kids.
Right.
But how I'm able to provide for them right now is a struggle. I just, if education is what I need to do to better myself and to be able to provide better for my children, I would be more than willing to do whatever.
Right. And there's always education is always helpful. You can have unlimited opportunities if you go back to school. And nowadays a lot of people only look at people with college degrees. So I think that that's a good direction. I think what we should get you going in the the wait list for the Working Connections, and DHS has the applications, so we can get you the paper one, or you can do it online if you have access to a computer.
Yeah, let's take this step forward and just start going with this because something needs to change.
Right. Well, I think that I think that you've obviously been following your requirements, and I think that you have the courage and the willpower to get a new direction going for yourself. So I think that you're going in the right direction, and I would like to get you this number, and we'll get you started going on the schooling, and if I can help in any other way,
what avenue for schooling do you think would be best for me to do with my background, with not being very knowledgeable at school?
I think that you can either do a community college, or you could do technical college. That's very hands-on. I think that you would greatly benefit from that. Those also have the financial aid programs to help you pay. I think that also with the financial aid, they would sometimes how that works is, it goes off your income and dependence wise and whatnot. So, they give you money to be able to live and go to school.
That I should be able to qualify for.
Yes. And, sometimes it even ends up being a little bit extra, and, loans can also help greatly too. So if you are not having to be employed, at least you can have a little bit of extra income. Then the technical programs help greatly with getting you into a career. They help train you for a specific route. You do some externships and internships, and
that sounds good.
See if that will lead to a hire. And
so they train me towards an actual job. That's what I need to do.
Yeah, I think that would be a good route, because the skills required going into it are minimal. You've learned there, obviously, and you're a very intellectual person. I don't think that you're not smart enough. I think that you can you're very determined, and I think that will help you very much getting through this. You know what you want for yourself, and you want a better life. So I think that will push you through. So let's get you signed up for the assistance with the childcare, and then we can get going with some different options on which technical school or what type of skill you
Do you
want to
have
pursue towards that.
any like options that you can just give me that I can look over to see what I'm interested in pursuing?
Yeah, we can look at a couple different schools in the area and see if any of those would have programs that interest you. What are your interests in life? I know you've been cooking on and off.
Let's not do cooking.
Yeah,
Cooking
no
is how I'm
culinary.
paying the bills right now.
Okay, are you?
I mean, I'm decent with my hands cooking, you
Yeah.
know, maybe
There's
uh,
automotive.
was at one time semi-mechanically inclined.
Yeah, there's good schools for automotive training.
That could be right up my avenue, yeah.
Okay, well, we can look into that. I believe there is some in the area also. So, or there's medical assistance training schools, or what we need to figure out what your interests are so that you can come to a conclusion here. But I think what I want to do is send you home with assistance for the child care program to get you on the waiting list. And then I'm going to give you some homework to think about what you would like to see yourself doing, what type of.
If I had some options, that would help.
Yeah, and so I want you to come up with a list of 5 areas of your interests. Yeah. So that we can start next week looking at schools that we could get you applied for.
Okay.
Okay. So thank you for your time, and I think that we will pick up next week.
Thank you, Ms. Carlson. I appreciate the help.